All right, now we're playing as Classic Sonic. We can switch between Classic and Modern here. And in the World menu, we can jump around. It's completely interactive.
Oh,
so
wow.
we can go from level to level. It's divided up by era.
I really dig the whole, white background, like it hasn't been drawn yet. He's sort of in limbo.
Yeah, and a lot of the storyline, the reason that Sonic has met up with his younger Classic self is because of the time holes that are created by a new mysterious enemy. And so all of Sonic's friends get pulled in and kind of kidnapped. And Sonic, as he's going through time to save his friends, comes across what you see here right now, Classic Sonic. And so the two team up, and that's actually Classic Tails right there, too.
Oh, there he is. Yep. Old Miles, right?
Yeah, Miles per hour. So those four work together, Classic Sonic and Tails and Modern Sonic and Tails, to try and restore time, save their friends, and find out who's behind, this mysterious time problem that's going on.
Now, just because
cool.
we see two other characters, Tails and that's Amy, right?
That is Amy. Yep.
Look at this guy dropping names.
He knows.
I'm in the know. You do not get a choice to play as them, or is that something you guys aren't?
We decided we wanted to focus on just Sonic as playables in this one. So you got Modern and Classic. Now, for those people that really love the friend characters, that absolutely want to have some sort of interaction with them, you can talk to them here in the World menu, but there are also some of those side missions, and I'll go back and show you guys real quick what those kind of look like. Now, the side missions are completely optional. You really only got to play one per zone to advance on to the next era. So all of these three things you see right here, each is a different unique side mission. So this one, for example, if we were to look at this, in this one, you're racing against Knuckles, and all of the badniks, like the Moto Bug you see in the picture there, it's just like massive. It's like 800% its normal size.
Wow.
So all of these are completely optional extra missions that we've added in to try and give players something extra to go through. So as you're playing through, you really only are going to play one of these 5, and there's another 5 as Modern Sonic. So you've got 10, and you're only going to play through one that you have to play, but then if you want to, you've got 9 additional ones for every single zone that you can go back and play just as extra bonus content.
Very cool.
So,
now, again, I don't know if you said this maybe in your description, so those sort of minigames, what do you really earn from stuff like that?
There's a lot of cool extras and unlockables, and I can't reveal all of it just yet.
Okay.
But I will say that there are a lot of Easter eggs, there are a lot of unlockables in this game that I think the fans will certainly enjoy when they see what we've hidden here.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Very cool.
So this is our bread and butter. We just kind of showed you the extra side content, but what is the main focus of the game? And that is this, the levels right here. Now I can switch between Classic and Modern right here if I want, or I can actually change Sonic blazing by. It's a really, really cool experience. You're going to notice that these levels are typically much, much faster paced because of the boost that we've got, and that's the bottom left corner right there. So when I hit the boost, that's X, we get that blue aura around Sonic, and he goes crazy fast.
Cool.
And he can do those tricks while he's in there, right?
He can.
And that helps with boost?
It does. The tricks will refill the boost.
Gotcha.
Now the gameplay mechanics look kind of similar to Colors, which is a good thing because Colors was awesome.
Yeah, Colors is a great game.
Yes. Yep, so yeah, as mentioned, it's very much a sort of hybrid of Colors and Unleashed, and then they've improved the formula from there, and the result is this. So it's come out really, really well.
Now, are the wisps still present in the 3D version?
It's a good question. The wisps you won't see in any of these levels because we're looking at a level from Sonic and Knuckles at this point.
Okay. So
wisps, in terms of history, have not appeared yet. Will wisps appear in the future? That's a good question. Maybe if there's a Sonic Colors level, you might see wisps.
Cool.
Who knows? So what I'm trying to do right now is get to the high path. There we go. And the boost that I'm using here is kind of it's a double-edged sword because you can't just hold boost to win, as I've seen people on our forums, try to say, those naysayers. It actually requires a lot of skill to use boost effectively and often. So the trick is that as you play more, as you practice, just like the original Sonic games, as your skill improves, you can complete the levels much, much faster. You can get your time down. And then, of course, you can see how you fare against other people on the internet.
Man, you are good. It's like therapeutic watching you play.
It's very, very relaxing.
It should be a calming experience, yeah. Awesome. So here is another area where we've got multiple different paths. Actually, every single level in this game, both as Classic and as Modern, has multiple paths in almost every variation, and they'll converge and they'll split up again. Let's see if I can make it. There we go.
Were you switching back and forth on your own just now, or that's just part of the way the path goes?
That's the way the camera pans.
Oh, okay.
So right here, it's got us into like a Sonic Colors style, and if I can stop this guy from pushing that button. So if you don't stop him fast enough, he'll actually block this section of the level off, and you have to go above, which is going to take a little bit longer, but right here we get that shortcut.
Oh, wow.
Now, the original level, and just like the end of the Classic level, everything was kind of falling apart, so in the Modern version, you're going to see a different take on that. As the level starts to fall apart right up here, everything starts to crumble. It's got a really kind of cool take on what if this level were brought back as a 3D level, and also what could we do in the modern levels was the dev team's idea to really make it fun and exciting. So you've played a lot of these levels, countless times if you're a Sonic fan on the old like Sega Genesis. So Seaside Hill, what can we do to make it first? This level is one of my favorites in the game, actually, just because it references a number of other levels in Sonic games of old. So if I can pull this off, let's see. Wait for it. Oh, almost. What we're going to do, if you can stay to the high path, you can stay out of the water. At this point, we're just going to go for a little undersea adventure here.
Yeah, this is giving me that sort of labyrinth zone
yes.
feel, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, you guys ready to feel a little scared?
Oh, here we
Can
go.
we turn up the music? Just wait for it. All the Sonic fans about to start panicking.
Yep.
Here we go.
Ah.
You guys think I should get
I
a bubble?
remember this. I'm starting to hyperventilate a
I
little
should
bit.
probably get a bubble, huh?
Get
Bubble?
it.
Should I?
Let's hear
should I get that
nervous.
bubble? I don't. Okay. All right.
So I love how they like reorchestrated that panic.
Yes.
Does he still do that little animation where he sucks up the bubble?
He
Because
doesn't completely
I
suck
think
up.
when you're jumping, it doesn't show up. But I think when you're standing, maybe it does, or at least in the old games.
Yeah, we can try that. When he jumps and grabs it, what happens is he kind of he opens his mouth a little bit and
Yeah.
sucks it up. Yeah. Yeah, that music I think is perhaps one of the most traumatic songs for a lot of us in our
Oh my god,
childhood.
it's
Like,
nerve-wracking.
you're in the pool, right, and you hear that song, and like your immediate reaction is, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
I gotta get up. I gotta get out.
I don't care if I'm in 3 feet of water. I
I need to get out of the pool right now.
Get out.
So it's funny. I had a discussion with the guy not long ago about that. It really is interesting how that music has such a lasting impression on us. Even that little short clip, but it's got a very Jaws-ish vibe,
Oh,
I
yeah,
think, to
yeah,
it
yeah.
when you hear it. So
It's not comforting at all.
no, it's really not.
No.
A lot of tension.
Now this part of the level is fun because it helps me remind people that Sonic is really not all about speed. Sonic is about platforming.
Sure.
And when you're underwater with the slow motion platforming there, it's a good reminder that the practice is what it takes to kind of stay to the faster high path. Right now, this song will be familiar.
Oh yeah. This is the invincibility shield. Where
Yeah,
you
it
can just
is.
like
Yep.
take down anyone that gets in your way.
So as we're going through here, let's see. Now these red platforms are ones that will actually fall down. So what I want to do is jump on it right about here. There we go. And pull it off. Got it.
Nice.
So the first time you go on those, typically you'll jump on it really quickly and it'll fall before you have a chance to jump to the next platform. So the trick is to actually wait till it goes a little further and then jump on it. But as with all things in many levels, it takes some practice to nail it. And that's kind of how it should be. I enjoy the fact that it does take some practice to get to the best paths in any Sonic
For
game.
sure.
So these cannons are kind of cool. They were in the original level, and the cannons themselves kind of would fire you across, and they've brought them back. So every level sort of has its iconic features, its iconic gimmicks from back in the day, and they've tried to recreate all of those in this version of the game. So let's see if we can pull this part off. Perfect. Now, even though Classic Sonic never technically went through this level, what you'll find is that there are references to other levels hidden in it. I need to get to the low path. Let's see here.
So, do you play this game in its infancy stages and sort of suggest what you think will make it better, or
Yeah, a lot of
how
people,
does that work?
A lot of people at Sega actually sort of offer feedback and improvement. We have lots of teams that do that. So my voice is one of many voices at Sega that all work really hard, and we all kind of offer feedback to try and suggest this might make it better, that might make it better.
Very cool.
And to their, especially to their credit too, the team in Japan does a fantastic job of really coming up with good ideas that make fans go, oh my gosh, that's awesome. So we've got these giant wheels trying to kill us here. Let's keep going. There we go. This time we're as modern Sonic. And we've got the boost. We're going very fast. Right here, we've got multiple different paths we can take. I'm going to go on the left path because I practiced on this one a little bit more. So the music also is different, and it's not as easy to pick up, but this is going to be like the guitar modern version of it. And every level has 2 different tracks to it. You've got your modern version of the song, and then you've also got your classic version of the song. And some of the classic versions actually were written and composed and worked on by other people that were Sonic fans. So in one case, we've got one of the guys who did the Sonic Colors theme song. He helped contribute with some of the City Escape remixes. And in that remix, as fans have noticed, at Sonic Boom, which was our big E3 party, he snuck in the melody to one of the Sonic 3 multiplayer levels called Endless Mine. And it was very cleverly worked in, and the fans noticed it and immediately picked up on it, saying, "Oh my gosh, whoever put that in there is amazing." So,
There was a band that did the theme song for Sonic Colors, or that was a different.
that same band, it's the younger brother in that band. He's a massive Sonic fan.
Oh, wow.
And so I got to nerd out with him and found out he did that remix, and I was like, that was you? You put that Endless Mind thing in there? Gosh, that's awesome.
That's
So
super cool.
It's really neat because of the simple aspect that we've got Sonic fans that are working on, this 20th anniversary game with the older generation. So Sonic Generations in one way is, the two generations of Sonic. In another way, it is the two generations of fans. And in another way, it's also the different generations of people that are working on it. They grew up as fans and they're now trying to, kind of leaving their mark on Sonic, if you will, working with the old crew.
Many meanings behind the title.
Yes, there definitely are. So as we speed through here, let's see, I'm going to slow down. Now this part, we can go different paths depending on what we do.
That's cool.
I want to wait for the cart, and then I want to boost right through there. Let's go. There we go. Got it. Now if I get the turtle, that means I go the very slow route. You can see on the bottom there, actually, it's a lot of heavy platforming. In this case, we're just going to jump on our little go-kart and go.
Oh, that's awesome.
We can boost in this, yeah.
Sonic Kart.
So yeah, little Sonic and Sega All-Stars vibe going on here. Or
I feel like Sonic would be
Drift.
too cool for a car.
Yeah, he would run faster than it.
I feel like he doesn't really need the car. It's mostly for style points.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So we can go off the ramps, get extra rings here. This path is it's much faster to go through this path as opposed to trying to platform. So, and then he just destroys the car at the end. He didn't really need it anyway. He just trashed it. Insurance rates are terrible. But so we've got the grinding going on, and then the wall running. Whoa,
Oh wow,
running
that's
Sonic.
tough.
Got it. Perfect. So we're on the high path right here. This one's kind of tricky. Let's see if we can pull it off. Nice. So we're wall jumping in between here. Keep going. Nice. So the pillars come down. We've got to try and quickly get across. There we go. Perfect. Now those red rings you saw there, you can collect those. Just like in Sonic Colors, you can collect those. In this game, they offer a number of different unlockables. Those are the fun unlockables I can't talk about just yet, but trying to get run over here. Oof. All right. We go very quickly. All right. Just in the nick of time. And that's the end of that game. I'm working on Sonic for a long time. And as we go to every different level, you hear the music actually changes to reflect that level.
That's awesome.
Does it say what game each stage is from, or?
It doesn't here, but it will at another part in the game. So.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So right here, you'll hear the music.
Oh, nice.
So if you recognize that song, and I hope you do, that is the final boss from Sonic. So
it's so perfectly vague. I love it.
It's perfectly vague. You'll be happy. That's what I will say. So here it is.
Oh wow.
That's awesome.
The Death Egg robot. Classic Sonic. Not about to let that happen. He's got the attitude. Now, Classic Sonic doesn't actually talk at all. You can hear Eggman in the background there, but Classic Sonic won't speak. We decided that Classic Sonic should actually remain mute, just like he was in the original games. And instead, what Classic Sonic does is he shows what he intends to do via his actions. So with this boss, you've got to find the weak point. I have just shown you the weak point. Typically, it takes 2 or 3 minutes to kind of figure out what you're doing here.
Now, was that the case in Sonic 2? Because I remember I would always cheat, and I would find an area on top where I could just constantly bounce on top, and
you would hug the corner of the screen and just
keep
right.
attacking from the top.
I don't know if you could do that here.
No, in this one, you have to fight him a little bit differently. You can't just ram into him like the other one could.
Is that true, though? Is that accurate? Could you do that, or is that just
I don't know that trick personally, but it could very well exist. So now at this point, the music actually starts to pick up. You'll hear everything start to happen. And what we've got to do is get these bombs to trigger right as he swings his fist at them there. Try this one here. Come on, buddy. So we wait for it, and then run.
Oh, wow.
Oh, almost got him. Now, this version of the song actually is one of my favorites. There's a lot of good remixes out there that fans have done too, but this song is kind of just a really epic moment in the Sonic history, I think. And after you take the arm out, we spin down it, plop him on the head. Now, I have practiced this maybe 5,
you're
10,
making this look easy.
20 times.
Yeah.
This is the first boss, so it's not the hardest boss, but it's also a little bit harder. It's just like a good Genesis boss where it takes some practice the very first time.
Right.
And then once you've got that pattern down, it's pretty easy from there on in. So with that, we'll take out Eggman and his walker.
Yeah, that was quick.
I don't know if I could do that quick.
The first time it would probably take you, I'd say 5 to 10 minutes to pull it off.
Yeah.
It's actually a very fun boss in that regard, and the music too really brings it back for me. So